Good day, everybody, and welcome to the behind the scenes conversations. With these conversations, with these videos, we want to give you a sneak peek behind the scenes of ESCO's software development activities. My name is Jan de Roek, Director Marketing at ESCO. So throughout this series, you'll get to meet a couple of my colleagues from our software engineering team. And with us today, we have David. Welcome, David, and thanks for making time available in your busy schedule for this conversation. Would you mind,
You're welcome.
just to kick things off, would you mind introducing yourself before we dive into the subject matter?
Yes, of course, Jan. Thank you very much. So yes, my name is David Geldof. I started working for ESCO 20 years ago, or more than 20 years ago, actually, working as an R&D application specialist, where my main responsibilities are providing training for internal training to the ESCO organization, then also coordinating pre-releases, and also giving support for our ESCO employees.
All right, David, thank you for that introduction. It occurs to me that in your role, David, you're very close to our customers, and I believe it's a fair statement to say that you have contact with customers on a daily basis, so to say. Now, in these contexts, I'm wondering what are the primary challenges that you hear from our customers?
Yeah, that's correct, Jan. What I hear from our customers are actually the challenges that they are telling me are quite similar. I see a pattern of three categories. The first category, I think, is, or actually the key category is about infrastructure. That's related to hardware and IT costs, but also backup efforts. Software deployment is also a big issue because it takes a long time and a lot of planning to update all the software. Before they want to deploy the software in production, in a lot of cases, our customers also want to test that software. So a test environment is actually also needed. To quote one of our customers that I've talked with this week, more than 95% of their employees really don't care where the hardware is and how it is maintained. So they just want to use it.
That makes
Then,
sense.
then a second category is related to operational flexibility. So today it's difficult and time consuming to scale their environments to meet the production needs. So, for example, to add extra processing power or add extra functionality. They basically want, if their business grows, then the system needs to grow organically along with them. Then functionality and production data is scattered all across locations. So there is a clear need for centralization. And also operators with the correct skill set across those locations need to have access to the same data. That will enable our customers to run production, or that will enable customers to run production anywhere in the world. Then we have a third category about standardization. So today our customers are struggling to manage data, not only data, but also workflows, resources across those different locations. So that can lead to unpredictable and inconsistent output. And actually, wherever the job is done, they are expecting the same output. And then another major challenge that we're facing today is the pandemic. So with COVID, we are forced, or a lot of people are forced to work from a home office. So, and if they want to connect to a system that is located in the local network of a company, then they need to do that connection through VPN, and that reduces performance.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, talking about COVID, we are a perfect example of how business is being ran today. We're both having this conversation from the cozy environment of our home office, aren't we?
Indeed.
Indeed, COVID has been an accelerator of development of new technologies. And talking about technologies, and the next question for you would be indeed related to how and what kind of technology solutions can actually help now to meet these challenges of our customers, and how are we at ESCO making use of these technologies in our solutions?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, customers often talk about standardization as being a real pain point and a hurdle for automation for automation in general. So that's often not possible because lack of standardization of processes or incoming data or job-specific information, and technology is an important part of plays an important part there. So there is a need for a standard platform that can work across all their departments and locations, and also integrated with different systems. So by bringing teams together to one platform, they can share templates, processes, files, practices, you name it. And a company that is able to wants to be able to operate from one platform rather than from many platforms. So this technology plays an important part to help customers to become more flexible and agile and the way how they are working really. So they need to write workflow management tools. They also want to automate manual tasks. They want to share tasks and so on. And cloud-based solutions and SaaS models can really help here, because then they have access to all functions that he or she needs on a daily basis. They have accessing files, opening and viewing files, preferably in an easy-to-use web interface. That only not introduces deployment time, but it also reduces the training effort really.
Yeah.
Customers also tell us that their IT infrastructure continuously needs to evolve to keep up with business needs. So that is a real pain point, and that's also coupled with security concerns. That is why cloud-based solutions offer such potential, really, because customers won't need to manage the upkeep of an aging IT infrastructure. They have access to the latest updates, and there is no maintenance of heavy amounts of hardware involved, really. And one of our customers was actually telling me that we hear that it takes up to a year to update all the software across their sites. That this will become a thing of the past, because if they are able to operate from the same, they want to actually be able to operate from the same latest version available to them all the time, really.
Okay, what I hear you say is that indeed cloud computing will actually help us deal with some of these IT overhead issues that our customers are fighting with. That's indeed pretty good news and a good way of tackling that issue. Now, maybe going back to your role in the organization and the contacts that you have with customers, bringing that into a bigger picture. How exactly are we using feedback from our customers to help define and basically develop the solutions for our customers?
Yeah, well, we use the feedback from our customers to organize ourselves and to set priorities to continually build and evolve our solutions. So the new Automation Engine SaaS solution really illustrates that perfectly. Its Automation Engine as such is a great tool that not only automates production tasks, but also integrates business systems, for example. It speeds up the process, reduces errors, and also the need for operator intervention. But some customers told us that this didn't go far enough, really. They have issues with teams working in silos. They have there is a lack of standardization of workflows, resources, processes across locations. There is also a pressure to update software, and that is becoming increasingly challenging if you are talking of managing on a larger scale. So we took that feedback and created the new Automation Engine SaaS model. So this new solution removes a major headache to our customers, because ESCO will manage their system and software updates. That will save a lot of time and also money over time. Customers will be able to work from anywhere, so there is no strict location involved anymore. They will be able to transfer and share data across locations much more easily. And teams will also be able to standardize processes and templates in a way that wasn't possible before. So to quote one customer, they said, if we would have Automation Engine SaaS today, that would be a lifesaver. So we're hoping to migrate them over as soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you for that one, because that sounds to me like an extremely strong statement that software can become a lifesaver for the business. That's a pretty strong one. Right, David. Thanks for giving us a little bit of insight in your activities and in the way you think about handling the feedback from customers into our development process. It was good to learn about these processes. And for now, I mean, if we in the meantime triggered your interest, you probably want to also watch the other videos in this series of behind the scenes conversations. For now, thank you, David, very much for what you've been telling us. Thank you for indeed giving us a sneak peek behind the scenes of what you do on a daily basis. And to the audience, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll talk again soon. Bye bye.
Thank you, Jan.